Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a beer bottle opener, which is the perfect summer DIY or the perfect present for him. First things first, you're going to grab whatever kind of wood you want. I'm using some leftover thicker plywood, and you're going to measure out your pieces and cut them, and I'm going to show the dimensions right now. Once I cut all my pieces down, I got two 4-inch by 3 5/8 inch pieces, one 6-inch by 3 5/8 pieces, and then one 18-inch by 7-inch pieces. Your two 4-inch pieces are going to create the sides of the catcher at the bottom, and the 6-inch piece is going to be aligned on the very bottom in between those two pieces as the bottom of the catcher. My next step that I did, because I'm going to show you the progression of how I made this instead of just throwing random steps at you, is I grabbed some wood glue and I just glued those 3 pieces together and set them aside to dry. Next, I just grabbed my beer bottle opener, which you can get at your local Home Depot. I opened that up and I kind of just gauged where I wanted to add some text, because you know I love adding text to DIYs. You guys have seen me do this before because I don't have the neatest writing. You just grab tracing paper, you print something off of your computer that you want to put onto your DIY, tape it into place, and then take your pencil and just simply trace on top of it. Once you're done outlining that completely, rip it off, and now you have a perfect outline to paint into. I picked up some regular black craft paint from Michaels and just painted right on top of that outline. There are so many options that you can do. You don't need to do this outlining idea. You can freehand it, you can use a decal, you can use stickers, you can even burn into the wood. It's totally up to your comfort level. To make this line super straight, I just use a level and a black paint pen, because when I try to paint lines, they come out wiggly. I let this thing dry completely while I was painting onto the other piece of wood, and I grabbed this random nail kit that I had from IKEA. It had some finishing nails in there, and I just added a finishing nail to each corner to secure this guy together. I loved the idea of being able to see how many beer caps were in there or bottle caps were in there, so I just picked up some wire from Home Depot and I grabbed my metal shears, because you're going to lay it out right on top of this guy, and when you're working with this, make sure you have some work gloves because the edges are a little sharp. I snipped at the corners of my metal shears where I wanted to cut it, and then removed the little wood piece and just had a freehand space to cut down the lines that I marked. When you are cutting this, make sure you are cutting the closest to the line, because if you don't, these little prickly metal pieces poke out and they're a little dangerous. Now you should have a piece that fits perfectly right on top of this little wood cubby that we made, and I just took some push pins, believe it or not, and I just hammered them into each corner to secure the wire down. Next up, I just centered that beer bottle opener towards the top middle, and the little package comes with 2 screws, so don't worry about that. Just take your drill and drill it into place. I always like to make sure this thing is extra dry before you take an eraser and erase all the chalk off. Now all that there's left to do is literally wood glue that little cubby onto the bottom, let it set just a little bit, flip it over, grab your finishing nails that we used earlier, and secure one into each corner through the back of the board. When I flipped this guy over, I realized that there was like a little opening with the wire, so I just added 2 more studs to the front center of it. And that is it, my friends. How absolutely dope is this? And I put take your top off, but you're more than welcome to do something that is a little bit more PG-13 or, you know, younger for your audience. I added just a little picture hanger on the back. You're more than welcome to hang it any which way you feel comfortable, but this one worked best for me. And then I just placed it by our backyard door where we have all our barbecues, so all the boys and whoever's drinking beer can just go ahead and pop it off right there. I absolutely love how this turned out, but obviously you can change the saying, you can change the color of the wood, the color of the beer opener, the studs, everything. It's totally up to you. I hope that you guys enjoyed my take on the bottle opener. It is the perfect summer DIY, the perfect present for him, or the perfect present for yourself. Don't forget to send me photos or tag me in all my socials. If you end up making this, I would love to see how you guys execute it. But I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to be launching 3 videos this week, so let me know what you guys are thinking about that kind of schedule.